You know, I was sitting here thinking about relationships and love and, just the different ways men and women fall in love. And what I want to make very clear is, in my opinion, the average man, you tend to see him fall in love sexually. Whereas women, they fall in love based on the criteria of how well this man can take care of that woman and her children or their children. Women are raised on this ideology that a man is supposed to financially support you, the house, the kids, and everything like that. Whereas men, we fall in love sexually. I know it sounds barbaric, but when you really think about it, it might have some steam behind that. Here it is, we're out here, and you know, you know how important sex is to a man, right? A man could be with a great woman, and the sex is, out of a 10, maybe a 6, 7. But let's say he runs into a woman that he's more physically, more sexually attracted to, and has sex with that woman, and it's more pleasurable than the woman that he has. He will then start to fall in love with that girl. He would spend more time with her and make more effort towards that woman that's sexually pleasing him more. Again, and I know a lot of people may not agree or may not understand this, but it's true. We are endeared and we open up to a woman that gives us the highest echelon of sexual stimulus. That's just what we into. We into that because we don't need no woman with money. Men don't care about that unless he's a user. So a real man is not looking for a woman to support him. A real man is looking for a woman to fuck him good. She needs to be the voice of reason, the voice of compassion. When he comes home, make his home peaceful, make his home full of love, take care of his children. These are the things men look at when choosing a wife. But we fall in love sexually, because when we feel that the sex is the most pleasurable, this gives us the incentive, the inclination, and that fight to stick around. And I know it sounds bad, but again, if you want to understand how to get by in these relationships, we need to understand each other. Listen, cold factor life. If you're not giving your man the type of sex that he wants, if you're not evolving with him, if you're not willing to try and experiment new different things, or if you're not willing to try the things that he's experienced with other women, he's gonna step out on you. Shit, even a woman would step out on you, but women are less likely, sometimes less likely to do it because he may be taking care of her. And even that don't stop a woman from cheating on her man. But if you a man and you're the provider and you're not sexually satisfied, you are not, in his eyes, the woman he wants to end his life with. Or at least if he do want to end his life with you, he's going to be entertained by other women here and there. We also live in a society where women openly say, hey, as long as I don't find out, I'm not going to say nothing. Ladies, y'all got to stop saying that. Y'all have to stop saying that and believing that y'all okay with that. Y'all not okay with a nigga fucking other women and y'all not finding out. Everybody wants to know. Shit, I want to know. Set me free. You know what I'm saying? Stop saying that because you saying that your sex probably not that good. So he's sitting there like, damn, I could be getting better sex. And since if she don't find out, she not going to be mad, then let me go do that. You don't want to be in a relationship with someone saying that they're committed to you, but they out there fucking everybody else. You don't want that blind side, right? So stop saying that. Take that out your rhetoric. You know what I mean? That's number one. But number two, notice that if a man is sexually satisfied, and sometimes I'll be like, that don't even matter because you don't know what, satisfying him to the most optimal level is. You don't know. So you don't think any man could be satisfied sexually. A lot of y'all don't believe that there is a limit, but there is. Because sometimes when you have it all, see, a lot of women think, he had it all. No. How do you know that? How do you know what his perception of all is? Some of y'all are too arrogant and playing victim at the same time. Verbal communication is taken for granted. You have to really sit down and speak to each other and be so raw and honest that it's awkward. You got to do that because that's the only way the real truth going to get out. Do I please you? Is there more we can do? You know, is it sexual enough? Is it sexy? Is it steamy enough? You know, you really got to understand because men need kinky sex. It's barbaric. I don't care, but I'm explaining the pathology of men. You see this shit all the time. I see it all the time. You know what I mean? Now, sex is equally important to a woman. Equally important. Even more because y'all ovulate. Y'all feel it strong. But the problem is, society has given y'all the idea that a man has to have a certain amount of whatever it is that's material. And this is what's leading. Now, a lot of women, of course, no, that's not me. I'm not like that. I don't need a man money. Shut up. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about the average woman. I ain't talking about these women who think they're more unique than other women. Chill. You know, every man knows the point of his life where he reaches where he's strong enough to resist temptation. You know, and resisting temptation has a lot to do with maturity. And it has a lot to do with what you already have at home. So those two things is important. What you have and how mature am I to just ignore things when I know I have a great investment already. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not making this video to say, you know, become a sex slave for a man. That way you can keep him. Because a lot of y'all don't believe that doing everything sexually is going to keep a nigga anyway. But what I'm trying to say is understand the nature of men. And then when you understand the nature of a man, that's when you can go out there and better choose which one is good for you at what time. Some of y'all niggas don't fucking think. There's always a debate. There's always some kind of debate, some social debate. You already see the tension between black men and black women is fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Here it is. We live in a society where y'all are raised to believe a man is supposed to take care of you and the kids in the house. But your man in particular, the black man, has the hardest time in this country to be successful. Because they already poison your brain thinking we the biggest rapists, the biggest criminals, the worst husbands, the worst fathers, the laziest of the professional world. And it's not true. There's a system on our back, okay, pushing us down. Every time we try to stand up, they pushing us down. Your man, the man that y'all are ordained to love, has it hardest in this world. And we are an endangered species. Yes, believe that. Just like the gorilla, just like the black rhino. We are an endangered species. So you have a couple of obstacles already just trying to love a black man. Post-traumatic slave syndrome, that's a real issue. You think we hate each other like this just because? You think black men killing black men just because that's our nature? No. We have been conditioned in a society where propaganda promotes a lot of psychological ideas that are negative from you to me as a black woman and a black man. And we are feeding into their lies, their statistics, all of these false facts, you know what I'm saying? As if white men aren't bad to their wives or bad fathers or Mexicans or Asians or whoever else. But propaganda pushes the idea of black men being worse in all of those categories. So what you believe is also how you live. So ladies, understand the nature of the man. Understand the fact that if you're a black woman, especially, that the man that you are attracted to the most, the man that you belong to, and he belongs to you, he has it hard in this country. He has it hard in this world. Don't believe nothing else. We're not lazy. We're not unmotivated. We're beautiful. We're gods. You understand? And you need to understand that because of this beauty, we are being held and pushed down. And then we're dealing with a whole bunch of issues from 100, 200, 3 years ago that's still in our bone marrow and the memories of our ancestors. It's still with us. So we are fighting a system and we're fighting each other at the same time. But I'm just trying to get you to understand that a man is sexually endeared, sexually beaten down to submission by a woman. And y'all don't even know it. You understand? Because if you think you are the best wife, you cook best, you fuck the best, and if he fucking somebody else, you are not the best. Get over it. You know what it is to feel responsible for a woman? When you love somebody, you're responsible for them. So you don't want to hurt them. You don't want to hurt them intentionally. So a lot of men and women who cheat are going out, doing their thing, hoping that nobody don't find out. But we have to start addressing these issues. You understand? Because at the end of the day, I think in order for us to evolve or even revolt against all this oppression that's happening, first of all, they don't want to see black men and black women back tight like the civil rights. That's when they pushed in all that bullshit feminism from the white women who are being oppressed by white men. They push that shit on black women. But black women, y'all not angry at the white man. Y'all love the white man because he hires y'all and he pays y'all and he designs all these clothes and cosmetics and this fucked up weave. And he's the one that's going to put the fake titties and the fake butt on you. Y'all love the white guy. But feminists are man haters who hate black men, and we've never owned or controlled nothing in this country. So what are y'all fighting us for? Y'all don't realize that? Civil rights began, the black man, the black woman standing together with the black child, fighting for freedom, fighting for political justice, you know, for all of these things. Then they broke us up. Now we in 2016, and nobody can't take each other. Everybody is at war. And of course, don't write the comments, oh, well, me and my man is good. We're not talking about you and your man. We talking about the majority of society. All right? So we need to understand that the woman needs what she was raised on. Believing. She needs a man that's going to support her, be good to her, you know, take care of the kids, pay the bills, blah, blah, blah. All of that whack shit. That's, you know, and to me, look at how society is. More women are working and getting paid more money than men on average. Not only that, the ratio is 7 to 1. So there's a shortage of men. You know what I'm saying? So we have to reevaluate how we look at this world. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying now women are supposed to support the man, but what I'm trying to say is we have to have compassion and act like we see what's going on. There's a war against us as black people, and we fighting each other. That don't make no sense. You know what I'm saying? The marriages are suffering. You know, these relations, the kids are suffering. So, okay, let's start to understand each other. Like I said, men, you are supposed to, based on what society has taught us, provide for the family. If you're a black man and you're not making money, chances are you won't be deemed as a great choice from a black woman. You could be the smartest, you could be the most artistic, you could be the most compassionate, you could be the best parent to y'all children, but you still will be looked at with a disadvantage because you are not making money. That is the cold fact of the world. Now, ladies, in order for you to understand men, you have to understand how important, naturally important sex is to us. You don't have to be making no money, but if your pussy smell clean and your sex is good and you just love up your man the way he want, that's a good start already. You don't even have to have no bread. You don't even have to speak English. We love sexual intimacy. That's how men are. We're very sophisticated in that way. And you have to understand that about the man. So again, understand that, you know, we living in a society where already black love is challenged because we are the most oppressed people in the most oppressed society. And our love is at jeopardy primarily because our individual lives as black people here is so hard that when you try to put two black people together with all of their bullshit, it's even harder. Okay, understand that, you know, a woman is very simplistic in her needs, but you have to listen to her. You have to look at her body language. You have to listen to her when she speaks. You know, you have to pay attention to that woman because women are extremely complex, sophisticated, beautiful, walking, living creatures. You know what I'm saying? But men, we don't get that respect that we are just as sophisticated. You know what I'm saying? So people look at us with light work. Now, again, I think, though, we fall in love sexually because we are very visual, like I said before, physical creatures. You know, we are in the truth of that all the time. We're very honest about how much we like to fuck and how much we think sex is important. We're vocal about that. Women are taught not to bring up sex immediately, but we immediately are comfortable about talking about sex because this is what love is for us. Let me tell you how important sex is for people who don't think sex is important. If the sex is not good, the relationship is at jeopardy, yes? Okay, we all could agree on that, right? If our relationship is good and I go fuck somebody else, that'll break your heart, right?